It's the Flow Friday Night Sports Show, and it's time to have a look at Great Flinders football now. And the doyen of goal kicking in South Australia is the man that joins us on the line to help us do that. That is, of course, Chris Prime. Primey, how are you, mate?
I am good, thanks, Jace.
Excellent. We asked for 5 out of you last week. How many did we put on the board?
We put 3 on the board. They were all in the first quarter, and then, like the rest of the team, I ran out of puff. But I was put in my place Saturday night. There's a couple of young boys at Yolanda, and they taught me a bit of a lesson about footy. Your last game is the one you're judged on, and I got told with no uncertain terms that my dad kicked more goals than you, and they were quite proud of that, and I thought, yep. They put it out to me, and I had to sit there and cop it. So, well done, boys.
Good stuff. I'd never known a United Yolanda lad to not be, shall we say, chock full of confidence. Let's put it that way.
Well, they weren't rude, but the way they put it, couldn't argue. So, they were very confident in their team's ability, and that's the way it should be.
Well, not only did they win the Rezzies, mate, but they had a good win over Tumby Bay in the A grade as well. That's where we'll start. Out at the Couplex, it was the Eagles, the home side, 19-11-125. They're cruising along. It's business as per usual for them. They knocked off your Tumby Bay Blues 7-8-50, 75 points to the good, and they did it fairly comfortably.
They did, and I mean, at times the game seemed fairly close. Tumby would have enough of the ball to score and just couldn't quite get it on the board. And then, Yolanda would grab it, cue goal. Tumby would just drop a little bit, and then there'd be 2 or 3 goals. So it just went in little spurts, and then by three-quarter time, I think the cattle of the Blues weren't matching the cattle of the Yolanda, and they just ran over the top in the last quarter.
Yeah, that's pretty much the tail of the tape. It was only 6 goal at half-time. It really got away from Tumby after three-quarter time, those 7 goals to 2 in that final term. But a good win for the Eagles keeps them firmly rooted at the top of the table, and Tumby Bay are, I guess, back in the pack, Primey.
Yeah, I think the bottom 3 or 4 sides are all on 2 points. So apart from the top 2, I think it's all pretty even, and it will come down to a lot of important games amongst each other throughout the year.
Yep. Now, I've got to say, the next game we're going to talk about was the one that I was worried the most about, and as it turns out, it was bad, but not quite as bad as we thought it might be. It was Cummins-Kippini Cougars, 19-15-129, Air United 4-5-29, and even 100 points. At quarter time, there was only 2 points in it, so a good start from the Saints, but the Cougars sort of kicked away from that point on. However, when you kick 19 goals as a team, you'd be thinking, someone's probably kicked 6 or 7 and had a good day. Yoey Wagner kicked 13 of the 19, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's a pretty fair effort, and I think when you get a player of his ability and you get the right match-up, you continue to look for him. If you see him early, and he kicked 5 in the first, I think, and you think, well, I'm going to go to him all day, and that's generally what happens. And if you're going to kick 13 and wait every other week, well, you'd keep going to him too.
Well, why wouldn't you? 13 sausages, as you would expect, named best on for them. Got to say for the Saints, though, again, Geordie Telfer named in the best, along with Forrest and Gale. Dunn booted 2 for them as well. So, 100 points is a thrashing. There's no bones about that, but it's certainly not as bad as we thought it might have been.
And I think a bit of an anomaly in our program this year with the split rounds, like these two faced each other only a couple of weeks ago. So I'd sort of know what they're going to be up against. And I think in the Saints' credit, they matched it probably a bit longer than what they did the first time. So they've learnt there's just a certain matchup they just can't quite manage.
Yep, spot on. Look, let's go to the close one, and it was always going to be that. We might see the birth of a little rivalry here. The Lockeroos hosted Elliston Districts, and what a game of football this was. Lock stormed home and almost pinched it, but The Elliston Districts crew had done enough. They ended up getting over the line 11-14-80 to lock 11-8-74. A 6-point win for Elliston Districts. They would be delighted.
Oh, look, they'd be wrapped. And I think they probably in that last quarter, they would have been sitting there rooting their 2 goals, 7 in the first, I think. So, but once again, Elliston Districts have matched every side for half, 3 quarters, and then run out of puff in that last quarter. And it just might have shown again, but they had enough lead just to hold on there at the end of the game.
Yeah, very lucky to hang on, but they earned their first victory in Great Flinders football, so congratulations to them. That's their first A-grade victory. Cody Rosalia booted 5 for them, and we've talked about him in the past. He's a star, was named best for them. Damon King O'Loughlin too as well. And got to say for Lock, Travie Beard booted 6, and he's been starring for the Roos so far this year as well. He's a player of immense quality, as we know, Primey.
It is, and like, if you've got a good, as I keep saying, you've got a target down there, or it just helps out. Like, it straightens you up, and you get your midfield on top, and it really gives you a promising target. And whether it's a small or a tall, it doesn't really matter.
Yep. Okay, so just I haven't done this, or we haven't done this at any stage yet this year, but we're into, round 5 coming up. So if you just have a quick look at the ladder, we notice Cummins Skipini Cougars on top at the moment. They've had the 3 wins from 3 starts, along with the Eagles. There's only percentage separating those two, and they haven't played each other yet. Then it gets complicated because we've got 4 clubs on 1 win, as you touched on before. Ramblers have only played the 2 games. Lock have won 1 and lost 2. Elliston Districts have won 1, lost 2. And Tumby Bay has won 1 and lost 2. And it's only percentage separating them.
Yeah, it does. It makes these games amongst each other really important for pushing for those final 2 spots. Like the top 2 are, I think, pretty clear cut. I think the next 2 spots are pretty open to just about anyone there.
Yep, and it does put some extra heat on this round of matches coming up as we take a look at them now. So if we go to Cummins first, now this is a clash that I'm really looking forward to seeing the result of. Ramblers at home, they welcome United Yolanda to town. Neither of these 2 sides want for confidence, don't worry about that. And Ramblers will give themselves a chance here, Primey.
Look, they will, and I think 2 weeks ago when they played, I think Ramblers pushed Yolanda for 3 quarters, and it was just the stronger bodies that got over the line in the end. Bit bigger oval, but yeah, look, I think Yolanda will get over the top, but yeah, Ramblers will put up a pretty good fight.
Winning form is good form, the Eagles for me as well, but don't be surprised to see either an upset or a really close one there at Cummins Oval. Let's talk about Elliston Districts, who could win back-to-back games now. They are at home at Elliston. They'll welcome the Saints to town, and they'll start favourites here.
Oh, look, I think without a doubt. Look, they've matched just about every side they've played, so they'll be looking forward to getting out and starting their stuff at home again. So, I think they'll get over the line with probably 4 or 5 goals in hand.
Yeah, I would think so. Young Rosalia to probably star against his former club. I think he played for the Saints for a while.
He did play for the Saints for a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So let's have a look at the match of the round, though. This will be a beauty at Tumby Bay. The Lock Roos will come to town. As the ladder tells us, there's not much between these 2 clubs at the moment. Lock storming home last week, missing out. Tumby Bay had a poor loss, really, to United Yolanda, and will be looking to bounce back, and there's a lot to play for both teams.
Oh, there is, and as we kept saying, both these last games are very important, setting yourself up for a chance at the finals. So I'm hoping Tumby will get over the line. Not saying that with a lot of confidence. Lock always play pretty well against Tumby, even when their numbers have been shorter. So, yeah, they'll really push Tumby, and it'll be a real challenge for the Blues to get over the line.
Well, for mine on this one, I think the home side gets the money here, but only just. So, Lock have a history of recent times of losing close games that maybe they should win.
Yeah, they do, and as I said, they've beaten Tumby a couple of times when they shouldn't have as well. So
that's true. That's true. It should be a classic game. Looking forward to it. Big round of football across Great Flinders. Prime, are you getting any rain down there yet?
We had a little bit on last Saturday and Sunday. We've got onto the track to be wet for a few days, and then we'll see how we go.
Good stuff. Anything else before we wrap up?
No, just as I said, those two boys, the two Hancock boys that got stuck into me Saturday, really appreciated it. It just showed me reminded me, I guess, not showed me what footy's about. Like, it's the passion for your club. It's you get out there and you'll fight and you believe in your teammates and you support each other. So thanks, boys. You did beat me in the 800-metre sprint, but yeah, well done.
Good stuff. Chris Prime, enjoy the weekend. Good luck again. We'll see if we can get 5 out of you this week against the Roos. I'm just going to ease you back into form, I reckon. 5 will do. We'll catch up with you next week, and hopefully the Blues salute for you this weekend.
No worries. Thanks, Regs.